In this video, I'd like to go over a change in how to display hydraulic grade lines on drainage profiles. In previous versions of OpenRoads, you would go to the backstage under Settings, User Preferences, View Options Civil, and you would have an option to display the EGL and the HGL. We've removed those from the backstage. Okay, and we've applied those to the feature definition. So I've got the feature definition stormwater concrete selected from Explorer, and you can see down under symbology, um, we've got HGL, EGL display settings. Currently my HGL is set to false. It's pointing to a feature element template. My EGL is also false, and it's pointing to an element template. So if I want to show the HGL on a profile, then I would need to set that to true. And for example, I could come back here to my profile, and let's go ahead and regenerate that profile run. Right click there and regenerate. You also notice we can display HGL from the right click menu and display additional. So there's my current HGL. I'm currently running in a 100-year analysis scenario, so you can see my HGL. And when you when you set it on the feature definition, you can see I get one for each pipe. So they're separate elements. If I want to show a continuous one, and that's what I want to do in this example, I'm going to go ahead back to my standards and back to my stormwater concrete, and I'm going to set that back to false for now. Okay, and again, I'm going to regenerate the profile run. Let that redraw. Okay, so now I want to show how we could go about displaying multiple HGLs. So in my current file, I've got a 10-year analysis and a 100-year analysis scenario. And I've created an element template under my stormwater conduits. I've created a HGL element template for 100 and an HGL template for 10 in this case. And I've gone ahead and set up feature symbology under profile, conduit. I've got an HGL symbology and then the HGL 100 symbology. And so you can see that it just simply points to that particular element template. And then I've created linear features for my hydraulic grade line, one for 10, one for 100. So that's my feature definition. So if I want to display multiple drainage HGLs, I just come over to my profile, right click, and say display additional HGL. And in the dialog, I can select the scenario I want to choose. So I'm going to choose, in this case, my active scenario is 100. So let me start with that one and call that HGL 100. And I'll just accept that analysis scenario, and there it is. So that looks exactly like it did before, right? And then I'm going to come over here and right click and display in another one. I'm going to set this scenario to 10-year analysis. I'm going to set my feature definition to 10, and I'll just name it 10 as well. And I'll accept that scenario. And so now you can see I've got the 100-year and I've got the 10-year. So I could simply create multiple feature definitions for each HGL that I need to show on my profile.